Yes. So, there is a certain song on the Cops TV show. Bad boys, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown comes for you? Performed by Inner Circle. And then you've also got the Martin Lawrence, Will Smith collaboration of Bad Boys. But I was also surprised to find out there was another Bad Boys movie from 1983 starring Sean Penn and surprisingly the voice actor for Mr. Krabs, Clancy Brown, in an earlier role. Yeah, I'm dead serious. I'm like, wait a second. So you got Clancy Brown, who plays if Scud Farkus grew up to be even more ruthless and ended up in juvenile hall. Yeah, I just said that. Of all comparisons, that would be the best one. So it's the early 80s. Sean Penn plays a delinquent, I guess, who just like does small time crimes like stealing a purse. Yeah, that makes you a scumbag, but this movie answers the questions: who is the real villain and who is just more of the flawed person who just has given some crappy circumstances but is trying to be good. I guess is like who's the lesser of two evils is the main theme. When I first saw the artwork for it, I thought it was like this is a war movie. Cigarette smoking, the 1,000 yard stare, the fence. I'm like, is this a war movie? No, juvenile detention. Huh, this juvenile detention facility. I'm like, well, okay then. This is Sean Penn under his earlier roles. He was committed to the bit. He was willing to have his teeth kind of like filed down so he would look more delinquent. He even had some of the extras willing to spit on him when he was doing like whenever a new prisoner would walk uh, into a penitentiary. Yeah, that he was willing to commit to the bit. I'm like, dang. He was roughly what 22, something like that, 20 to 22. So I'm like, okay, I am liking this a lot. This is a no holds barred drama. This was a movie that was meant to show, like, hey, it's a coming of age tale, all right? Well, what the screenwriter said, you can't have any violence in kids in coming of age movies. Then it's like they're saying there's like no violence at all in the world. And eventually, the character Mick O'Brien runs into Barry Horowitz, who is well, who fears solitary confinement, but takes a liking to O'Brien, and they kind of form an unusual relationship. But unfortunately, it looks like because of modifying the radio so that I'm spoiling a near 40-year-old movie. Modifies the radio so that it explodes in Clancy Brown's character's face and injuring him. He gets sent to solitary confinement for the rest of the movie. This is not a pretty movie. This is not Freddy. It's not the worst because it's like, yeah, these kids have a chance, but they have to be put kind of through the judicial system, the ringer, if you will, in order to rehab themselves. But it does make you question: is it really effective or not? But that's a story for another time. Again, this was shot in certain aspect ratio, so you're going to get certain. So yeah, it's a good build up. I'm always liking the build. It's like, what is it trying to present? It is trying to present um, yeah, it's trying to present like who is lesser of two evils. About halfway through, the main O'Brien's girlfriend gets SA'd by a real scumbag because earlier they were going through like a drug like in order to hustle in the streets you got to be able to think quick on your feet, you got to be tough, you got to be able to do this and that. It was just rough and sad and just like eventually this whole gang of miscreants is like there's 5 versus 3. Two of O'Brien's friends get shot. They're dead. Although one of them wore a nice hat. The other 5 managed to get away with it. Eventually, some revenge does get enacted on a couple of the members, including some guy with his sunglasses and a pipe. That mother effer deserved it. So eventually, he breaks through. He goes. O'Brien sees his girlfriend, and the young happens with the SA points out who the scumbag was. And lo and behold, Paco, the scumbag, and O'Brien land in the same jail, and it's heated tension. O'Brien is told you have 6 months to if you keep clean for 6 months, you walk out, you're free, and you promise you will never do anything again. So for a while, there's some tension. It's like, oh, please tell me when that Moreno was going to be transferred because there was no other space. It's like, okay, what's going to happen? He says, oh, finally, this transfer is going to go through tomorrow morning. Lo and behold, that the Viking and Paco team was like, hey, we're going to be able to kind of shiv him. It's like, no, I have first call. It's like, he just damaged your skin. He accidentally killed my brother. I'm like, oof. Ultimately, right towards the end, there's a brawl that ensues, and I'm just like, dang. And, just when you think that as an act of revenge, that Mick O'Brien is going to terminate Marino, he just stabs the floor right next to him as a sign of, like, just to scare the hell out of him. And walks away. Now, more time is going to be added, but it does answer the question. Can a person truly be reformed if they see someone who's even more evil? Stuff like that. Soundtrack is mostly funk, but there's also Billy Squier and Iron Maiden, which was courtesy of the record label. So, Bad Boys for 1983. It is definitely it is a dang good movie. It is not a happy movie. If you feel nihilistic about the world, this will make you feel, I guess, even more or less nihilistic. It's just the performances are stellar. The environment is great. There's enough action and set pieces. There's just like, dang. So yeah, if you ever find the 1983 Bad Boys movie, give this one a watch. If there's anything that wouldn't like I said, it could be too rough. It could be too rough, too nihilistic, I guess. Some people may not like that, or how it has kind of an 80s tint or whatever. It's like, I can see how people would be put off, but like I said, this is a movie that just keeps at a constant good set going on, like driving down the freeway 70 miles an hour speed. So yeah, watch Bad Boys 1983.